Back. President Donald Trump announced this month a crisis hotline for LGBTQ youth is going away. The service started in 2022 to prevent suicides for people under the age of 26.
Crown 4's Rob Nesbitt now reports about how California plans to step up to make up for the loss of the hotline.
For the last 3 years, if you called the 988 suicide hotline, you could press 3 if you were an LGBTQ young person experiencing a crisis, an option President Trump is getting rid of. As part of the president's plan to strip DEI from federal programs, he's decided to drop the suicide hotline that helps young queer people. The Trevor Project is the leading provider of suicide prevention for LGBTQ youth. Director of Law and Policy at Trevor, Casey Pick, says the press 3 option on the 988 suicide hotline has served 1.3 million people.
It is heartbreaking to see a program that has been life-saving for so many LGBTQ plus youth, that has been a shining example of bipartisan success for the last several years, be taken away for no good reason.
The country's Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administrator says the Press 3 option will now be available to anyone needing help, and not just LGBTQ youth. But Pick says that population is 4 times more likely to attempt suicide. Governor Gavin Newsom says California will step up to help support the mental health needs of LGBTQ youth.
Very much appreciate that as soon as this proposal was even leaked, before it was formally announced, leaders and allies in California government stood up and said no.
That no came in many forms, including California pledging to invest $4.7 billion in youth mental health. The state's commitment gives the president of San Francisco Pride, Joshua Smith, hope.
When we see these attacks going on to silence, to know that, well, they may be able to nibble on the margin and do these, again, vicious virtue signals, it will not stop this train.
California currently has 12 centers with trained crisis counselors responding to 988 calls and chats, with free specialized services for LGBTQ youth and young adults through the Trevor Project. According to Pick, the Press 3 option has been fielding about 60,000 calls a month, and 7,000 of those were in California.
You are not alone. You cannot be erased. And while one option to find help may be closing in a month, the Trevor Project is still here.
The Press 3 option for LGBTQ youth is set to end July 17th. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Rob Nesbitt, Crown 4 News.